Okay, let's get back to the B albums, and we're going to start with this one. I'm not even going to describe this or even tell you what it is. And those are the two masterpieces from Canada. Okay, this is a band, the Blood Types from Portland, Oregon. And they sound like the Epoxies, and the Epoxies kind of sound like a different kind of Devo. And here's what the record looks like. And these guys, the Blood Types, I'd say 60% of their songs are very, very memorable. Yeah, there's stuff in here. Oh, it's an advertisement. Here's the lyric sheet. And I was lucky enough to see them, and somewhere on my channel is footage of when I went and seen them in Portland, playing with a band called The Minds, and they were just as good. Actually, they were kind of better. But when I get to the M's, then you'll see my record of The Minds. And I think The Minds are from Seattle. But this is a Portland band, and this record is definitely worth buying. Here's another Blood Types record. And no, that's just black vinyl. Okay, here we go. Let's get into the Bob Mould. This is the Bob Mould Live FM radio studio broadcast 1989, and these are live, kind of rough versions of songs. Oh, and it's also a double album. And these are live versions of songs from this album. And this album's in really poor condition, and it showed up in the mail that way. And this is his first thing he did after Husker Du. And the songs are good, but it would have been better if he would have used Husker Du to record these instead of whoever he used. And here's the Silver Age Bob Mould record, and this one's really good. And this is the version, the clear vinyl version of it. So if you see this in the record store, pick it up. You won't be disappointed if you're a Bob Mould fan. And then here's the regular version of it. And here's the Beauty and Ruin record. And this is from when I went and seen him in Portland, and this was on the wall of the venue with start times and stuff. And this one is this one's the colored vinyl of it. I always try to order these things right when they come out so that I get the most interesting copy of it. here's what the cover looks like without the piece of paper in the way. And here's the Patch the Sky. It's not as good as the Beauty and Ruin or Silver Age, but it's definitely worth buying. And this is the clear vinyl. Here's his newest one, and this is the colored vinyl. And this one, it's pretty good. It's not bad. And here's the double album of Beaster and Copper Blue by his band Sugar. And here's the Body of Song album, which it's got like 3 good songs on it, even though it's a double album. And here's the Bob Mould District Line, and it has 2 good songs on it. So if it's $5 in the store, it's worth $5, but don't pay $15 for it. Here's the Black Sheets of Rain. And the songs on this are good, and they're played with guitar and drums and all that, but they're just played way too slow. This could have been more aggressive, and that would have made it more memorable. Okay, here's Bob Newhart, Button Down Mind record. I think this is the first one. And these are really fun to listen to with his phone calls. Here's another copy of it that I just found for like 50 cents. Here's another Bob Newhart record. And his stand-up act wasn't aggressive, but it was really creative. Here's another one. Back in the late 60s and early 70s, comedy records were very popular. And this is probably the only, I guess, record showing video on YouTube that's going to show you this record. And then the next record they show is this one. And this is, let's take this apart. Here's the outtakes from the PO'd sessions. And this record I bought in Hollywood, California at a store called Green Hell. And it came with the regular copy of it. And then this record is like dance mixes of a couple of songs from the PO'd record. And I remember when I bought this, when it first came out, the guy wanted, I think, $10 for it. And I go, wow, that's a lot of money. And I actually hesitated before I bought it. And judging by how much they charge for this record now on Discogs and other places, it's kind of funny that I hesitated to pay $10 for it. Okay, here's the Weird Revolution record by the Butthole Surfers. And this thing has 2 good songs on it. And that's all I have to say about it. It has 2 good songs on it. Let's not discuss that any further. Here's a compilation record. And it has William S. Burroughs, The Swans, Butthole Surfers, Tom Waits, Nick Cave, And the Butthole Surfers song that's on this one is called Boiled Dove, and it's really good. And here's another little Butthole Surfers record from the PO'd. It's a single, Hurdy-Gurdy Man, and the song Barking Dogs, which that's a good one. Barking Dogs is a good one, if you're into the Butthole Surfers. Okay. Here's another, well, this is a European pressing of the Butthole Surfers, Another Man's Sack. And this record is, words can't describe how good it is. And here's a European pressing of, you know what, I don't even know what record this is. Oh, Cream Corn from the Socket of Davis. Again, words can't describe how good this thing is. And here's a European pressing of Rembrandt Pussy Horse. And this thing is near perfect. Here's Locust Abortion Technician. This is the Newberry Comics exclusive clear with green and white swirls vinyl, limited to 333 copies. And I'll show you what this thing looks like. And this just came out. So this is readily available. Just go to Newberry Comics and they'll sell you one for kind of an exorbitant price. Here's the 10-inch they put out when they were threatening to become a band again. And I made a video of this. And here is, this isn't the original Touch and Go copy. It's a reissue, but it's the same record. Okay, here's the the Widow Maker 10-inch, and it came with this. Tiny pictures from the Reading Festival. And this one's pretty good. It's not a must-have. Oh, what am I saying? All the Butthole Surfers records are a must-have, and this is also included. Okay, this is the Mastodon picture disc for Record Store Day. And the reason why this is included with the Butthole Surfers records is because Gibby Haynes is the singer on this. And this is actually pretty good. Here's the first one. We all know how perfect this thing is. And, oh. And here's the poster from like a record store. Jeez, I don't want to rip it. There's a piece of tape on here. So, anyway, this is what you'd see on the record store wall advertising this record. Let's see, is this record colored? Yeah, this is a colored vinyl version of it. There we go. I would tell you to get this, or the people watching this video to buy this, but if you're watching this video, you already have it. Same with this one. I'm not even going to tell you how good this is because you already know. Same with this one. And this one came with a poster. I bought this in Las Vegas. Geez, I haven't gotten this poster out in 20 years. Here's the poster it came with. And here is the double live, and it is a limited edition of 10,000, which that number makes the word limited, well, not very important. And it came with this little poster thing. Actually, no, it's a little book. And this record, the Bootleg Live, is pretty much mandatory. And if you get the CD version of it, or the cassette version of this, there's more songs on it. And I have the cassette version. And hold on, those are right back here. Let me go get those. Here are the cassette versions of that Bootleg Live. And it's a 2 cassette release. And it has probably 5 more songs than the vinyl does. Here's This Thing. And it would suck to not have this record. Okay, here's the Melvins, Butthole Surfers. Oops. And this Butthole Surfers record has 2 of the songs that were excluded from the vinyl copy of this release. I kind of wish it had all of them, but it doesn't. Here we go. Here's a bootleg. The Soiled bootleg from 1986. And this one is the best thing you've ever heard. I couldn't imagine not having this record. Put that there. This is a promotional thing from the Independent Worm Saloon release. And it's got Goofy's Concern, Beat the Press, Gandhi, Nini, and it's actually fairly easy to get. They must have made a ton of them. I got this one in a record store in Las Vegas, but for a $20 bill you can get this thing online. Probably still sealed. And here's the Humpty Dumpty LSD with a ticket stub from a John Waters show. And this one's pretty good. It's not a must-have, but if you got the extra money, like an extra 20. Okay. Here's the Electric Larryland pencil. Promotional item. Significance for that would be the album cover. And here's the 10-inch single from the hit song. And here, this is from the CD. I don't know how I came across this thing. And the Electric Larryland record, half of it is so-so, and then the other half is just can't live without. So it's one of those releases. Okay, and this is an original copy of this on the Capitol Records. And I bought this a long time ago, and I think I paid like $80 for this thing. And the song Dust Devil has a skip in it that you just can't overcome it. There's just, you mess with the turntable and you can't make that skip go away. And this is Jeff Pincus. He autographed it for me at a Melvin show in Fresno. So this is autographed by the bass player who played on this record. And this record is, again, if you're into the Butthole Surfers, you have this thing. Yeah, this is one of the Butthole Surfers records where you have it. Nobody needs to tell you if it's any good or not. You already know. The same with this one. And this, here are a couple of bootlegs. And this is this little bootleg with David Koresh on the front. Are just recordings of, I think, 100 Million Dead and Holy Man. I haven't listened to this in a while, so I really don't know which songs are on it. But I remember the quality isn't that bad. Here's the Casorero. And this has outtakes and live versions. And these songs here, they're more songs from this live show. So the B-side of this is an extension of this show. And here's the last one. The Rembrandt Pussy Horse Touch and Go release. And again, you already have this thing. So this will just be repetition. This is a flyer from, the thing that's in this is a flyer from a revival that a church was having in Bullhead City, Arizona, and I kind of altered it. So you can pause the video and read what that says. Okay, and that's it. I'm not even close to getting through all the B records, but that's enough for now. Okay, thank you.